Germany unfolds like a realm sculpted from myth, where dawn mist drifts across ancient valleys and reveals castles rising as if born from the earth itself. High above river bends and deep within forested ridges, these timeless fortresses command the landscape with an authority shaped over centuries. Every stone seems to carry a story of rulers who forged nations, of battles that redrew borders, and of quiet moments that never made it into books. Some strongholds shimmer beside emerald lakes, reflecting turrets and clouds in perfect harmony, while others crown storm-scarred cliffs with a fierce, enduring grace. Walking their halls feels like stepping into a living chronicle, where echoes linger in vaulted ceilings and light slips through narrow slits designed for archers long gone. Each castle radiates a distinct spirit, some warm with fairy tale charm, others solemn with the gravity of history's weight. Some appear woven from legend, their spires piercing morning fog, while others stand monumental and resolute, watching over the land like eternal guardians. As you move deeper, landscapes shift from gentle meadows to dramatic ridgelines, enhancing the sense of entering a world shaped by time and imagination. In this journey, we explore Germany's most extraordinary castles, fortresses hidden within ancient forests, palaces perched on soaring peaks, and citadels built to defy armies and centuries alike. These places reveal the character of a nation expressed through stone, artistry, and the people who lived, ruled, and dreamed within these walls. Every journey has a story to tell. Subscribe and be part of this global adventure where every destination sparks a new dream. Your passage into Germany's legendary past begins now. Drakensberg Castle. Rising from the rugged slopes of Drachenfels, Drakensberg Castle reveals itself like a grand illusion, an architectural apparition overlooking one of the Rhine's most storied landscapes. Built at the close of the 19th century, it captures a moment when Europe sought to reclaim the romance of its medieval past while stepping confidently into the modern world. Its neo-Gothic contours, sharp spires, sculpted stone, and sweeping terraces compose a structure designed not just to impress but to inspire. From its elevated vantage point, the Rhine Valley unfolds in layers of history, where ancient fortresses, vineyards, and river paths chart centuries of human movement and myth. Inside, luminous stained glass and richly detailed ceilings speak to the enigmatic vision of Baron Stefan von Sarter, whose life remains as intriguing as the monument he created. Though it was never home to kings, the castle radiates a poetic grandeur, echoing the aspirations of an era captivated by beauty and symbolism. Visitors often sense a quiet mystery in its hallways, where light, shadow, and decorative motifs suggest narratives that were never fully recorded. In the soft haze of morning or under the warm glow of evening, the castle seems to shift between reality and legend. Its dramatic perch on a mountain tied to dragon lore lends an almost mythic weight to the experience, deepening the feeling of stepping into a forgotten chapter of Rhine mythology. For a truly memorable arrival, take the winding forest trail upward. The gradual reveal of the castle above the trees feels like uncovering a secret long kept by the mountain. Neuschwanstein Castle. Neuschwanstein Castle emerges from the Bavarian landscape like a golden echo of the past, its towers nestled between alpine peaks and shimmering glacial lakes. Once the cradle of King Ludwig II's imagination, the castle stands surrounded by spruce forests whose shifting light seems to breathe life into its storied walls. Rather than overwhelming with grandeur, it draws you in gently, offering the rare intimacy of a residence where royalty lived, dreamed, and shaped Bavaria's identity. From its balconies, the world unfolds in layers of emerald hills, distant ridgelines, and waters that glow like polished crystal beneath the mountain sun. Walking its corridors feels like entering a private diary written in stone, where every doorway reveals another whisper of royal memory. Its charm lies not just in its architecture, but in how seamlessly it blends into the mountainous world that surrounds it. And as you linger in its quiet courtyards, you sense the lingering presence of stories that still drift through the pines, waiting to be rediscovered. Sanssouci Palace. There is a moment, as you approach the greenery of Potsdam, when Sanssouci Palace seems to appear not as a building, but as an idea. Frederick the Great's vision of a life shaped by beauty, intellect, and ease. Raised in the 18th century as his personal sanctuary, this Rococo residence reflects the mind of a ruler who favored music and philosophy as much as strategy and power. Its golden facade catches the sunlight above perfect tiers of vineyards, creating a hillside composition that feels more like a painting than a royal estate. Inside, salons adorned with refined carvings and mirrored ornamentation recall an era of intimate concerts, poetic debates, and the cultivated elegance of an enlightened court. Every room speaks softly of Frederick's desire for a world without worry, revealing a man who sought moments of serenity amid the relentless demands of monarchy. The surrounding gardens, vast and intricately designed, stretch outward in sweeping axes, where marble statues, fountains, and hidden pavilions invite quiet wandering. Here, history doesn't feel distant. It breathes through the landscape, carried by the rustling leaves and the gentle rhythm of water echoing through the terraces. And by the time you leave, Sanssouci feels less like a palace you visited and more like a state of mind, a rare harmony of art, nature, and introspection that lingers long after the journey ends. Schwerin Castle. Poised on a solitary island at the heart of Lake Schwerin, the castle rises with a quiet authority, embodying the refined grandeur of Europe's architectural heritage. Its slender turrets, sculpted facades, and luminous reflections on the water form a composition so harmonious that it feels curated by nature and artisans alike. Completed in the 19th century, this neo-Renaissance masterpiece once housed the Grand Dukes of Mecklenburg, standing as a symbol of cultural prestige and political stature. Today, it remains one of Germany's most venerated monuments, treasured for the depth of its history and the precision of its craftsmanship. Inside, each hall reveals a meticulous interplay of art and ceremony, gilded decor, historic furnishings, and frescoes that elevate the palace into a gallery of courtly refinement. Beyond its walls, manicured gardens unfold in elegant symmetry, opening onto lakeside vistas that shift subtly with the light and seasons. Viewed from a gliding boat or from the island's winding pathways, the castle exudes an enduring sense of majesty that resonates long after departure. For travelers seeking the most evocative encounter, aim to arrive at sunrise, when the first light grazes the lake and the castle appears suspended in a veil of golden mist. Charlottenburg Palace. Amid Berlin's dynamic rhythm, Charlottenburg Palace emerges as a rare sanctuary of royal artistry, an architectural testament to the grandeur that once defined Prussian identity. Commissioned in the late 17th century for Queen Sophie Charlotte, the estate soon became a cultivated world where philosophy, music, and political influence converged. Inside, gilded galleries and opulent halls reveal the theatrical beauty of Baroque design, each room orchestrated to impress guests of Europe's most powerful court. The new wing showcases ceremonial splendor on a monumental scale, while the old palace unveils Rococo interiors that feel intimate, lyrical, and meticulously preserved. Outside, the gardens unfurl in sweeping geometric lines, echoing French royal tradition and offering tranquil pathways shaped by fountains, sculptures, and seasonal patterns of color. The mausoleum, set among solemn groves, deepens the historical gravity of the grounds with its marble sarcophagi and quiet echoes of Prussian legacy. Nearby, the orangery and the Belvedere tea house show the palace in a softer light, spaces crafted for refinement, conversation, and the rituals of courtly life. The palace's collections of paintings, porcelain, and royal artifacts trace an evolving narrative of power, taste, and shifting European ideals. As twilight gathers, the estate transforms. Shadows lengthen across the gardens, and the palace's stone and gold surfaces seem to hold the last light of day in a moment of stillness. For travelers exploring Berlin, Charlottenburg Palace is more than a landmark. It is a rare chance to step into the mindset, artistry, and ambition that once shaped an entire kingdom. Cockham Castle. Set atop a dramatic crest above the Moselle, Cockham Castle rises from the mist like a vision shaped by legends rather than architects. For nearly a millennium since its origins in the 11th century, the fortress has presided over riverbends, terraced vineyards, and ancient trade paths, absorbing the stories of every age. Even after its destruction in 1689, its 19th century reconstruction restored more than stone walls. It revived the spirit of a citadel where Gothic romance meets Renaissance refinement. Within its chambers, intricate woodwork, heraldic motifs, and curated artifacts reveal a world crafted for nobility, yet steeped in the region's cultural identity. From the upper battlements, The valley stretches outward in graceful layers of vineyards descending toward the river, a landscape shaped by geology, climate, and centuries of winemaking tradition. At dusk, the castle glows against the cliffs in a copper-gold radiance, transforming the Moselle into a scene worthy of myth and medieval lore. During summer festivities, the courtyards come alive with reenacted pageantry, torches, music, and costumed performers turning the stronghold into a living fragment of the past. For the most immersive experience, approach the castle via the hillside trail at sunrise or sunset. The shifting light reveals details invisible from any other vantage, making the journey feel as extraordinary as the destination itself. Hohenzollern Castle. Commanding the summit of Mount Hohenzollern, this fortress stands as one of the most enduring symbols of German statehood, tracing its roots to a dynasty that shaped European power for nearly a millennium. Rebuilt in the 19th century in the neo-Gothic style, the castle embodies the legacy of the House of Hohenzollern, the family that produced Prussian kings and German emperors. Its fortified towers, defensive walls, and sweeping battlements reflect centuries of shifting political landscapes, from medieval feuds to the rise of a modern empire. Inside, grand halls and historical chambers preserve artifacts that chronicle the dynasty's influence, including regalia, portraits, and documents tied to pivotal moments in European history. Today, the castle remains an active custodian of heritage, hosting cultural events and exhibitions that illuminate the evolution of Prussian and German identity. When the morning fog settles around the mountain, the stronghold appears almost suspended in air, a reminder of how legends often form around places of genuine historical weight. Walking through its treasury offers a rare encounter with relics that once defined royal authority, from military honors to heirlooms passed through generations. Beyond its walls, the vast panorama reveals lands long governed, defended, and shaped by the Hohenzollern lineage. Sites like this underscore how architecture can preserve narratives of power, ambition, and transformation across centuries. For any traveler interested in German history, Hohenzollern Castle is not simply worth visiting. It is essential to understanding the roots of the nation's imperial past. Nuremberg Castle. Set atop its sandstone escarpment, Nuremberg Castle functions less as a relic and more as a strategic manuscript in stone, one that charts the political, military, and cultural evolution of the Holy Roman Empire. Here, emperors convened not for spectacle, but for governance. And the surviving architecture, gatehouses, imperial halls, subterranean defenses, retains the disciplined logic of a complex designed to influence continental affairs. Walk its interior routes, and the atmosphere changes subtly. Certain thresholds feel charged, as if negotiations once held in confidence continue to leave faint historical currents in the air. The ascent to the Sinwell Tower clarifies the castle's purpose with astonishing immediacy. From this height, the medieval city reveals its fortifications, trade arteries, and urban order in a single commanding view. And in standing there, suspended between past and present, one realizes that Nuremberg Castle is not merely a monument of empire. It is a living demonstration of how power, geography, and intention were once engineered to function as one. Heidelberg Castle. Towering above the Neckar in a sweep of red sandstone and ivy, Heidelberg Castle rises like a monumental archive carved into the hillside, its presence announcing the weight of a city built on knowledge, power, and enduring beauty. Once the ceremonial seat of the electors of the Palatinate, the castle reflects the ambitions of a ruling house that shaped European politics and culture across centuries. Its fractured battlements and half-ruined walls tell of conflicts, invasions, and fires, yet those very wounds have become signatures of its character rather than symbols of loss. The Frederick Building, with its sculpted facade and stately windows, offers one of the most refined representations of German Renaissance architecture still standing today. From the historic terraces of the Hortus Palatinus, once envisioned as a garden of unmatched grandeur, visitors are rewarded with expansive views stretching across river, town, and a forest. Inside, the legendary Heidelberg Tun stands as a reminder of lavish courtly customs, its colossal form echoing stories of diplomacy, excess, and celebration. As dawn breaks, the castle blends softly into the valley's mist. By midday, it commands the skyline with an almost imperial clarity. During the celebrated Heidelberg illumination, its walls burn with dramatic red light, recreating the destructive events that altered the course of its history. Even in its quietest moments, the castle speaks to the intellect and imagination that have long defined Heidelberg, home to poets, scholars, and some of Europe's earliest academic traditions. To stand before this fortress is to witness the convergence of beauty and resilience, a place where Germany's cultural memory is etched into stone and made unforgettable. Wernigerode Castle. Before you even reach the gates, Wernigerode Castle asserts itself, not as a fairy tale fortress, but as a mountain stronghold shaped by the wild geography of the Harz and the ambitions of those who ruled from its heights. Its design, a deliberate interplay of neo-romantic sentiment and Gothic severity, reflects a century when Europe sought to revisit its medieval past with scholarly precision rather than nostalgic fantasy. Inside, the preserved salons, private studies, and ceremonial rooms reveal a detailed record of aristocratic life in the Harz region, more museum of identity than monument to power. Yet, it's the setting that steals the breath. Miles of forest canopy shifting from emerald to mist to shadow, a landscape that has inspired folklore, mining traditions, and scientific exploration for generations. For travelers who look beyond ornamentation and search for places where cultural history and rugged terrain inform one another, Wernigerode Castle offers an experience that feels not imagined but deeply rooted. Neuschwanstein Castle. Emerging from the cliffs of the Bavarian Alps, like a vision suspended between earth and sky, Neuschwanstein Castle captures attention long before a single stone comes into focus. Conceived in the late 19th century by King Ludwig II, one of Europe's most elusive and introspective rulers, the palace was imagined as a private refuge shaped by myth, music, and a longing for an idealized past. Its towers, arcades, and sculpted facades create a dramatic silhouette that reflects both medieval inspiration and the king's unyielding pursuit of artistic purity. Inside, radiant murals and ornate chambers reveal Ludwig's devotion to heroic epics, with entire rooms designed as tributes to the operatic worlds of Richard Wagner. For an unparalleled panorama, the Marienbrücke viewpoint frames the castle against sweeping forests whose colors shift dramatically with the seasons. Winter lends the entire landscape a crystalline stillness, turning the fortress into a hauntingly beautiful figure, rising from a field of snow and silence. Visitors drawn by its history, its theatrical design, or its breathtaking geography often describe the experience as stepping into a realm that transcends ordinary time. Neuschwanstein endures not merely as a monument, but as the physical expression of a king's inner world, an enduring masterpiece where imagination, stone, and mountain light converge.